So I'm here with Hunter Laslo, who played for 3 seasons with the Monarchs. Hunter, can you kind of go over what it was like winning a championship?
Yeah, so it was a culmination of a lot of things. Starting off my first year, we came close. I thought we had the right pieces, but it just didn't go our way. And then every year after that, it felt like we were right there, sniffing for a championship, top of the league every year. But that second year didn't happen for us either. And I think what made it different in the third year and the final year we ended up winning was we had just a group of guys who were all bought into the system that Coach Frew and Tony D'Alessio brought to us. We all kind of realized that the effort we were given was the same we'd get in return. So working as hard as you can every practice, every pregame skate, every special teams day leading up to game day was important and crucial. And I think with the group of guys that Coach Frew and Tony bonded together was really a solid reason for why we won. We just had a bunch of guys that gave everything they had and wanted it more than they wanted things for themselves. They wanted the best for the team, and I think that was the reason that the ultimate outcome came with the championship, and we were able to get a ring under the Monarchs organization.
What would you say Frew did to help you move on to Brockport?
I would say, so first of all, Frew's had one of the biggest impacts in my life than anyone I've ever met. Not only did he groom me and teach me and develop me into what I think is a pretty good hockey player, but he also developed my life skills, my interpersonal skills, taught me how to be a man, gave it to you straight when you needed to hear it, but also was compassionate with you when you needed it. I thought he just brought a great blend of being a player's coach, being there for you, but at the same time knowing that you're going to get some back at the same time if you got stuff that you're complaining about. So he was just a really real person, wanted the best for you, was very genuine. And I think that when you have a person like that, when you're a young kid coming up trying to play hockey and trying to move on to college, I personally couldn't have asked for anything more. He was there for me when I needed him, and vice versa. I was always there for him when he needed me. And I think if you have that type of relationship, it leads a lot of room for growth and success, and that's exactly what happened.
Obviously, a few other teams close by in New Hampshire, but what would you say makes the Monarchs different compared to them?
So I would say the one big main difference would be, I would say staff in general, all the way from the top to management down to our youth organization and the people that are working in the rink and the snack bar and Clint in the gym. I just think that our facility and the people that help operate it are some of the best in junior hockey. I mean, there's nothing wrong. You got Stefan Bodwin, who's the best equipment manager that I've ever had in my life, in my career playing hockey. And that goes a long way during a 65-plus game season, going into playoffs, having an equipment manager and the extra perks that the Monarchs have in terms of their locker room and training facilities, equipment managers and staff all around, practice plans, equipment. It's top-notch, and you won't get a whole lot better anywhere near the Monarchs.
All right. And then I know last year when we were in Rochester, you kind of came into the locker room and talked to the guys. What advice would you give to any future potential players that are going to end up playing here?
I would say, especially in a time like now where basically the whole world's at a standstill and there's no sports and everyone's kind of sitting around waiting for the same thing to happen, for something to happen, I would say is to stick working, keep working, always try to improve yourself. Now's a good time to work on some skills or some things that you may have lacked previously. But I would just say keep working, never take anything for granted. Every time you step on the ice or walk into a rink, you should treat it as if it's your last, because some crazy stuff can happen in this world as we're seeing right now. And I would say the best thing to do would be to cherish it, not take it for granted, and to work as hard as you want people to work as hard for you. So I would say it's a good give and take there, but especially just don't take anything for granted, because you don't know when it'll end. There's a lot of crazy stuff that can happen, and when you have people around you like Frew and Tony and the people in the organization, you don't want to let that go or let that slip by. So I would say take advantage of every opportunity you have and make the best of it.
What's the Monarchs special to you?
The Monarchs are special to me because I was, as an 18-year-old kid living away from home, moving away, starting your own chapter of your life is a pretty big step. And to have people around like Frew and Tony and all the people up in management, all the way down to the youth organization, people just working in the rink, makes a big difference and know it kind of feels like home. And when I was at the Monarchs, I knew that even though I was away from my family and out of state, that it felt like home. I didn't have anywhere that I was worried about. I had the friends and family that I felt I needed there. I had the support, and especially just the great fan base that the Monarchs also have that makes it fun to play in that rink every night in Tri-Town. So I would just say that, and obviously it's more special for me because I ended up fulfilling a dream of mine and winning a championship there. So that was an awesome icing on the cake for my career and a great way to end and move on. And that's still the highlight of my hockey career today, was winning that in Tri-Town in front of a home crowd, being able to celebrate with everyone. So the Monarchs are special to me in a lot more ways than I can explain. And Ryan Frew and Tony D'Alessio have, a vast majority to do with that. How they treated me and how they coached their team and ran the organization was really something to be proud of.
What's it like playing with two former Monarch teammates at Brockport?
It's actually awesome. So Chris Pellini being with one of them, and I've been with him now for 6 years. That's the longest I've ever played with anyone. And I think it just stems from the Monarchs and what a great relationship I built with these guys when I was there, and how it's only grown since I've been at school. Spending 9-10 months out of a year with someone and living with them, strictly playing hockey, can develop some pretty strong relationships and friendships. And the Monarchs brought me that with a bunch of guys, and it's been awesome playing here with them for 4 years and being able to continue to try to achieve stuff and push each other and build our friendships as well, and also just spending time together. It's been awesome because I think everyone's favorite part of hockey is just being with a group, bonding with a bunch of guys that you can call family, and going on the ice every game and every practice and battling with each other until the last whistle.
All right. Thank you, Hunter.
No problem.